Welcome to another edition of Now You Know Sports. Freddie Day with you from Lenoff Stadium in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Steel Knights and the Samuel Clemens Buffaloes, as we are right now in the middle of a national anthem. So we pay tribute, and I'll get you to our guests as we got 6A by district playoffs. And we're about 3 minutes away from the start of the by-district playoff between the Samuel Clemens Buffaloes and your Eagle Pass Eagles. 2005, 20 years in the making, as Coach Ruiz, who was the head coach for Eagle Pass, was just a sophomore when they last made the playoffs. And with us tonight, a special guest, Christian Rodriguez, the coach for CC Win. He came up here to be our color commentary. Coach, thank you very much. What are
Thanks
your
for
thoughts
having me.
tonight?
It should be a good matchup. I mean, I'm excited about Ray and his squad and what they're going to be able to kind of showcase today. They showcase some good, fast tempo, attacking style soccer. So it should be exciting. I think the Buffaloes are in for a little bit of a surprise here.
Coach Salas, Miles
Miles
Salas.
Salas, yes.
He's a gentleman that you know very
Yes,
well. He was
yes.
at the Southwest Legacy
Mhm,
when he first started. He's been here for 6 years.
mhm.
And I did mention to him what his three keys to the game. And he's like, make sure you control the ball. Don't give up goals
Mhm.
and score goals.
Yeah, amazing how that work. That game plan fits almost every team, right?
Right?
But Miles is he comes from I guess you can say the coaching branch of Southwest. So Coach Jaramillo, who had the Dragons, had Coach Salas, and of course yesterday the Dragons won their first district
Title?
their playoff game
Their playoff game. Okay,
against
yeah.
Jefferson. So they that coach there, Coach Romero, coach and this coach for the Buffs, they all kind of come from the same pedigree, and so they've got the same kind of style of possession and then be tactical, try to be precise, and take the chances that you create.
And coach, and being precise with the ball, as far as making your passes with purpose,
Mhm.
purpose in lanes. As far as if you see a lane,
Mhm.
get it to your attacker.
Mhm.
Of course, your wings, making sure that
Mhm.
those guys are doing what they got to do and pressing the situation. And of course, defensively, making sure that you stop their
Yes,
guys.
yes. I mean, they if anything, I know that they have a game plan as to who they want to hit. Right now, it seems like they might go with number one, Blake, who has, I think, led them in assists and in goals. So we'll see how they kind of set him up. I know for the most part, Coach Aramillo, and he taught his coaches, be very, very precise in what it is that you want to do. And if they stop you, something else is going to open. So take that. And so we'll see how it plays out tonight against the Eagles. I know that they can be fast, they can be aggressive, and they're opportunistic. So we'll see.
Yeah, of course we caught your team. We caught the Eagles. Their go-to guy, and both of them is Melgoza. Diego Melgoza is a guy that they look for. Also, Victor Melgoza is another guy that they look for as far as attacking and middle. Is going to be Edgar Rodriguez. Is going to be Emiliano Cruz. They have a Homer
Mhm.
Peña. They have a slew of guys. Alan Rodriguez,
Mhm.
number 7. That's a guy that we're going to see. And just a little tidbit: the Eagle Pass Eagles will challenge the Buffaloes, of course, tonight. 7, and both teams into this game, both string wins in their previous matches, so they both won to get in here. Eagle Pass will bounce into tonight's matchup after beating Del Rio in a 3-3 score tie. They went into shootout. They got the win. and Eagle Pass will be up against a hot Clemens team that the squad just extended their winning streak to 3. They did beat Judson to get into the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken, 3-2. And again, giving the Buffaloes the advantage as they rank 153rd, and while the Rockets were 502. So the victory is their 8th victory straight for the Eagles. So again, they're both coming in hot.
Eagles opened up with the ball. They opened and immedientely
push it up forward to Melgoza. Diego Melgoza was up in the front.
You called it.
And that's going to be Edgar Rodriguez. That's going to be throw it in, and he's going straight down to the inside the penalty box. The defensive third for the Buffs bring it out. That's controlling the ball is Isaac Maldonado, bringing it up to Blake.
There's a quick turnaround right there. I think they were looking for that speedy kid, and it looks like number 1.
Yeah, we want to thank all our advertisers who advertise for this contest. We want to thank you. Throwing in is Samuel Parra. That's a late. That was a late ad as they had somebody hurt. As Blake has it just outside the penalty box.
Yeah,
great
good.
defensive,
Great.
putting it back.
Now
up
there
to
it
the
goes.
front,
It slipped through
up to the front,
and they got him on the run.
Yeah, Melgoza now has 2 guys to. It was him and Joseph Orca, who was 1-on-1.
Yeah, and they're going to put some. They're going to put some pressure on that back line. It looks like the Buffs are playing a back 4, whereas the Eagles are playing maybe a stopper sweeper. Yeah, the stopper sweeper. But there goes Oscar. Oscar is going to be a big part of this too. He's the goalie for the Eagles. Is experienced.
Oscar Garza, number 1.
Yes, and he is going to be able to clean up a lot of mistakes.
That the final third, so to speak. So yes. Blake has it at the far side. He is looking ball control there on the side.
They got 2 guys on him. I think coach has a good game plan there. They're going to make sure that they take away one of their more potent guys.
Yeah, that's Cruz over there on that side, playing in the defensive third. We got to throw in.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful day here, Freddie.
Jeremy Moreno's throwing in. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Didn't give you the forecast, but it is beautiful. We'll throw in for the Buffs here early on, trying to get in that middle. And they have their first shot on goal, and nice Garza.
Just we could have been just a little bit more urgent there, and they're playing. I think that's just the confidence that they have in their goalkeeper. He's able to do a lot of those things.
Was that Isaac Maldonado or was that Aikman who took that shot?
I think it was Aikman.
Aikman.
Yes.
Nice.
Not Troy Aikman, right?
Yeah, not Troy Aikman. In the middle, as Melgoza loses that one, it was brought in by Rodriguez. So now the Buffs control, trying to get it down the line, down the wing side.
I think that's their game plan right now, and number 1 is on that corner. So I think that's what the game plan is for the Buffs.
That's Melgoza, Diego Melgoza.
Good pressure on that.
Trying to get through Joshua Orca. It's Ovork. I don't want to mispronounce that name, but
Dvorak.
Yeah. There you go.
Now the Eagles are able to kind of put some pressure on there. They put the ball. They're able to control the ball, put that ball into attacking positions.
Yeah,
and that was as long as they don't quit on doing that, and they keep doing those little things. I think they'll put the defense on their heels.
That's Diego Berrones for Samuel Clemens, who thought that they were gonna take it out or throw it in. Now it's a throw in for the Buffs. That's Isaac Maldonado controlling the ball there. Over to Edgar Govea.
That's a mistake right there.
Yeah, the ball, when you have those 50-50 balls, and coach, those 50-50 balls can really turn around a game.
Oh yeah, if a ball all of a sudden kind of falls in your area and you're able to kind of move it, anything with a surprise.
Nice ball control there by Ivan Cruz.
It's
Rodriguez.
It's a good sign that they are not. I mean, I know this is the first playoff experience a lot of these kids have, but you couldn't tell by how they're playing right now.
Yeah.
They're playing confident. They're playing their game. They're not backing down to the Buffs whatsoever. So this is good.
They're being aggressive early on, and that's what you need. Yeah, for 40 minutes on the it was 40 minutes to start the game. We
Mhm.
got 5 minutes into the game now.
Mm-mm-mm.
35 minutes left. Controlling right there for the Buffs is Carlos Alvarez. Alvarez brings it back to the Buff side of the field. And again,
Yeah, they gotta work
controlling
the side.
the wing side, the la banda que
Yes,
in
yes, they're
Spanish,
gonna
but
work it. Yeah.
they're gonna work that side back over to the middle. Just outside the penalty box
Mm.
was Maldonado. Maldonado
Ah,
trying to cut it in. That one is going to be
that safety in the
controlled. Yeah.
goalie's hands. That's nice. And that's going to be the game plan. Just stop that first guy. Any other kind of penetration is going to be snuffed out. And
Nice.
that's a good little position by number
Yeah,
10 right there.
Purron. Yeah, Emilio Purron. Purron middle.
Mm.
And that was
Laid
going to
up by
be,
number 15.
yeah, Gutierrez is number 15. Cleaned up Barrones.
We got to throw in. So he's going out there.
I mean, we can stand up, Coach, if you want.
Yeah.
It's even better. So, having you here with the insight, Coach, of again, what the attacking third is doing, what the defense is doing here, again, brings a different aspect to our broadcasting. We thank you for joining us today. Coach, we had a couple of games for you guys. And again, it was one of those seasons where you had some games that you were you had the opportunity to get those wins, and it was a 2-1 or
oh yeah, it was a a very competitive district. Even having lost some of those games towards the end, we still had opportunities. Almost every single team had
Alemanza there. Yeah,
there you go,
fighting hard. This is playoff soccer there. Like they're being aggressive on both sides of it. They're working the ball. They're working the defender.
And I think that they're taking those chances offensively. They're taking numbers. Once the ball gets into their attacking third, they're bringing numbers. The defense is coming up high from both squads.
The ball to the middle, controlled by the Buffs. Now back over as Jake Minyard had it there briefly.
Still early in the game, but I think the feel is that the Eagles have a little bit of
an edge.
Oh
you think?
Oh yes.
To the middle.
Yes, that's
back out, controlling. Do have numbers back.
Yes.
It's 4-on-2 now, 4-on-3. Nice touch pass there inside.
So they're able to clean up that little play that they got that inside.
There's a run there made by.
Oh, that
could be dangerous here.
Yes.
And
goalie cleaned it up, man.
The goalie came forward. Johnny Vu. He's of Asian descent. I asked the coach.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You made sure of that.
Yeah,
right?
I made sure of that. Nice slide tackle there.
Play, yeah.
Nice slide tackle there.
Stop the attack there, and as you can see, they're hitting those corners right there, and then they go with a pass inside, and that pass inside is not working for them right now because the Eagles are able to kind of track back and cut it off. We'll see if that continues once they start getting tired or they start getting out of position.
The Buffs controlling outside, just outside the penalty box. Nice cleanup there.
Yes.
As you had the defensively there is Alemanza. We're expecting Alan to work the field back and forth. He's he's one of their main forwards, right, Coach?
Mm-hmm. So, he's their captain. I mean, you can see him with the armband there. He is aggressive. He is going to move, and he's going to dictate a lot of that pace. And if he's aggressive, the rest of the team's going to be aggressive. And so you got to watch out because he can create something out of nothing. We have a little bit of stop here. I think there was a number 15. Diego Berrones has a nosebleed, I think, and referee's walking
him off.
Yeah. It's good to see a good crowd from Eagle Pass that came up and support these boys.
I want to thank Pilo Ruiz. If you need a car, We offer the best prices. Call them up at 830-421-7755.
Nice. And there he goes, along with the header there. Backside
To number 22. They try to cross it to Carlos Alvarez. Alvarez able to bring it back out into the
box.
Yeah, into the box. As Blake has it defensively there. Eagle pass. They tried to.
They have
the
that
give and
little,
go there.
Yeah, the give and go, and it's not going to work if the Eagles are going to kind of fill that space. It's making it hard for them. We'll see if they start getting frustrated.
Yeah, control the middle there. It's going to be Menyard. Menyard looking to pass out. Has it for Maldonado. Maldonado loses control, but there was Purron, Emiliano Purron, cleaning up.
Quick substitution again. Number 15 comes back in after getting taken care of. There's those active legs.
Yeah.
Ball goes into the box.
And controlled by the goalkeeper.
Controlled.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes those kicks that kind of seem like they're not going to go into anything. It just releases some pressure, and it lets you kind of do a restart. So the fact that they still have that discipline to be able to, take what is given to them.
Yeah.
And just, let's restart again. Let's do it again.
The hottest footy park in town. Welcome to De Los Santos Footy Park, 3055 Del Rio Boulevard. Make sure you guys go out there tonight. They got food trailers over there.
Yeah, that's good.
Quickly,
yeah,
Blake has it inside.
He got taken down.
He got taken down. No.
Yes, the referee said no.
And it's
the
Eagle pass.
Yes,
there was fair enough. I mean, it was a hard tackle.
Well, it was a body to body. I think maybe he might have just sold it.
Sold it, yeah. as most soccer players do, right, Coach?
yeah. It's a skill. Yes, it's a skill.
And attacking really quick is Eagle pass.
There it is.
Hey, crossing it was Gutierrez trying to get it to Alan Rodriguez. To Melgoza, who was waiting there right in front of the net.
Those little things make a big difference as the game progresses. You show the other team that you're capable. You show the other team that you are dangerous, and they'll start thinking twice about it. And you never know, a mistake can come out of that doubt that they have.
we already got some comments. This is better than watching March Madness. Score, please. It's still 0-0. It's 0-0 still.
Still 0-0. It's a good game. It's a good game. Like I said, I still think that Eagle Pass has a little bit of an edge in creating and dictating the pace a little bit more than the Buffs here. There's a throw in for the Eagles, right?
Yeah, throw in on the far side. There again, controlling is the Buffs.
They're being aggressive. I mean, I think that was just a little. They got a little lucky, and the ball did not go to the person who was supposed to.
Yeah,
Buffs got some control, and they're running the play. There you go, out to the side, inside, back, and then they're gonna go around. There it is, and the Eagles clean it up.
So controlling right there is Edgar Govea. And again, that 50-50 ball. Now go. Eagle pass. Misplayed that one. Melgoza trying to get it to the boundary to the far side. Has two guys on him. Stolen by Carlos Alvarez. Alvarez quickly back into the front. And again, nice play defensively there on the far side.
Being active on defense, on offense too.
Yeah, Gutierrez. What do you see from Coach Ruiz as far as the how he's attacking this first half, Coach?
Well, it's clear he's gonna send the ball into the attacking third as soon as they pick it up. The guys are ready. The guys in the back know this, so you can see as soon as they kind of pick it up, they're looking to see who's gonna exactly like right there, and there they go, and they're in the run. I mean, one of those is going to be costly for the Buffs if they do
Nice
not.
flight tackle there by Purron.
Kind of stops a little bit of the momentum there. Lets them reset.
How do you join the broadcast? So again, in the front, sends it out to the outside. Jeremy Moreno has it on the outside now, trying to cross it. Nice play there.
There you go.
By defensively
Get
by
a corner
Pina.
out of that though.
Yeah.
And
They
so
do
we'll see
get a
how they
set
set up.
piece here.
Yes.
So a corner kick. Let's see
Yes.
what this set piece comes about. They do have 2 shots on goal for the Buffs.
Yes.
For the Eagles, they do also have 2 shots on goal. So evenly matched right now, shots on goal for both squads here in this by-district round of the playoffs. Thank you guys for
These
watching.
can make a difference. I mean, sometimes when teams can't attack and create the normal attack, set pieces can always kind of come in handy to create a scoring opportunity.
You got Edgar Rodriguez in the near post. Getting the far post here was the goalie. Back out, controlled
Eagles are
there
able to do-
by Parra. Again, attacking, getting it back out to Vu. Vu will
Put it back in.
put it back into play. Justin Rojas there controlling the ball.
They called that out.
Did they call it out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they called it out.
So
But
quickly,
see, that number 9 is doing a lot of good work out there offensively for the Eagles, and the fact that he's tracking
Gutierrez.
back into the mid and then going up high to put a fear in him that he is going to get loose and go for an attack. Number 1 there does a good job of turning
turning the ball around quickly.
Yes.
Blake has it right outside. He's inside the penalty box. Shoots.
Dang, that.
Nice.
Good job.
Yes.
Nice save.
Nice save there by Oscar Garza. 40 minutes on the clock, coach, and free substitutions as far as going in and out.
Mhm.
How do you like that substitution? Because again, you get fresh legs, you got fresh guys in.
It is. Sometimes it's just trying to find out who's got the hot foot.
Yeah.
Who's
Lima
a
Charlie
little bit-
Car Wash. Yeah, I'm sorry. Lima Charlie Car Wash is now open, 674 Medina Street. Make sure you guys go out there. The best water pressure in town, Ferry and Medina.
The corner.
Corner
here,
again, lefty.
Eagles.
That
front
corner.
line, yeah.
That corner kick was
Went out for a
Alvarez.
throw-in.
Excuse me. Throw in.
Quick
Looking
throw
for
in.
Blake.
And now they got another corner kick out of that. You can't give away too many of those. Like I said, you start getting set, you start getting a little bit better at your set pieces, and they can become dangerous. As far as the substitutions, I think, hey, if you've got a team that has some talent that you can come in and substitute them, it can be an advantage for you. If you're doing a lot of substitutions because you can't find someone that's doing the work, that's not a good thing.
Crosses that one.
Was that number 9 got loose there? Isaac Maldonado on the backside of that corner kick. And there we go. Listen.
Get back front. No, the back 2 guys that for defensively for the Buffs is doing what they got to do.
Yes.
In cleaning up those.
But like I said, sometimes you can get either too confident or a small little mistake, and you're by yourself.
Into the box. Oh, that was almost trouble. Melgoza now kicks it out and gets it out too. Nice touch inside.
So momentum's turned a little bit here with the Buffs.
With
a
shot,
shot
and
to the
that
pole.
one to the post, to the near post, and that was half hand, half post.
Yes, sir. That was a close one. Got away with that one, but like I said, I think the momentum's turned a little bit here, where the Buffs have had a little bit more possession.
Yeah, they've controlled the ball on their half of the field, coach. And again, when you have possession on your side, Does it give you more of confidence that you're controlling the ball?
It gives you that sense that you can do what you want with the ball. You kind of get comfortable in your game plan, and you need the ball for that.
Shoots cross, cleaned up, but there is Berrones as he's party back. Is Alan?
Yeah, Alan went flying.
Went flying there. Nice Burron. Nice quickly transition.
Good
up
job.
To the front, looking for some space, and they're gonna call it.
Call that, yeah.
Yes, they're gonna call that one.
It looked like he was gonna go on a dangerous little run.
Yeah, it looked like they had that spacing there. I want to thank Nevada's Law Group. This broadcast is brought to you by Nevada's Law Group, 780 East Rio Grande Street, 776-7003 is the number to call. Where are they going to put the ball? So it's a free kick.
It's a free kick all the way from the 45.
Yeah, Ivan Cruz into nice redirect. Yes. Almost redirected there by Gutierrez.
Just happened to go in the front of the goalie. Oh, that's a bad hit by the goalie. He's going to come right back if we can get that.
If they can control.
Good throw in, eagle pass.
Yeah, Rodriguez there's for throwing in. He's looking to see.
It opened up.
Yeah, it opened up a little bit, but there again, trying to get it into their third.
There you go.
Rodriguez has it.
There you go.
Rodriguez trying to control. Nice. They're trying to get him in spacing, but the spacing right now, Coach, for Eagle Pass is not opened yet.
I think it's because they're trying to put two on Alan, I think. I mean, if they've scouted him, they've seen film, they know that he can get loose. So that might be the reason he's bringing an extra defender.
Burron, nice play by Burron there. Burron. Am I pronouncing his last name right? P-U-R, yes. Yeah. Yes. Crossing it inside.
There you go. They
One
put
touch.
Into space.
Yeah. Now space for the Buffs, bringing it back. Now that right there, Coach, when they don't control the ball, that's when it becomes dangerous. Blake has it. He's in the middle of the field.
It's like right there, the Eagle Pass looked like they were going to have a little bit of control, a missed touch, and he
hooked him there.
Well, I think he called them.
He hooked him. Martinez hooked him as he was trying to make a move back towards the middle.
Mm-hmm. Blake is going to be speedy. He's got quick feet, and so you've got to give him a little bit of space because he'll take advantage of it. Like right there, the defender did a good job of basically stopping the play.
Yeah,
he had no choice. He was going to go right by him. He did what he had to do.
So set piece. That's their third set piece, Coach. They had the two corner kicks here. Mm-hmm. We got 19:10 left. Why is the clock stopped on a set piece? I thought it rolled. The referee did?
The referee clapped. Yeah.
Okay.
Stopped it. So now he'll start it up.
So the set piece, Jeremy Moreno has it from just outside the 20, and that one right over the top of the Pilo Ruiz, sales and leasing professional. Make sure you call him up, 421-7755. Want to thank Eagle Pass Dental Clinic, Dr. Hector Alvarez, always a great supporter of Eagle Pass Athletics. You're watching Now You Know Sports. Now you know, as we are live from San Antonio, Texas, Lenoff Stadium, the home of the Steel Knights and the Clemens Buffaloes. As they got the site. I think what happened, Coach, is they were able to agree on the site.
Okay.
And then Eagle Pass had the refs plus the ball.
Okay.
That was you've been in those meetings.
Yeah. We had a sub here, number 14, kind of came in for
Eagle Pass.
Yes, for Eagle Pass.
It's Hinojosa
for number 10.
And again, trying to get the ball across, controlling it to their side. Now back again.
Those little touches make a big difference.
Yes. And that's out
for Eagle Pass.
Yeah, throw in for Eagle Pass. Rodriguez was one-on-one with Justin Rojas for the Buffs. It's still 0-0. We got 17-38. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. And pretty soon we're going to have our own YouTube channel as far as Now You Know Sports. That ball in the middle wasn't able to get through, controlled by Eagle Pass. Alan had it briefly.
Briefly, they got lucky in
Middle.
how they put that foot in there, or else he would have taken off through that line.
And the spacing, coach, they're trying to get that spacing in for Eagle Pass.
Well, I think they're closing up the spacing. I mean, the offensive
Buffs
players are coming in,
crossing there.
Nice job defensively.
Trying to get it out of the penalty box. And they're going to get a corner kick off of that as a shot on goal by Rojas on a crosser by Alvarez.
You can't leave the ball there in the middle. You can't leave the ball.
Well, coach, you're up here, but you're getting antsy. Is it the coach coming out of you, coach, right now?
I guess so. You get into the game.
Yeah, you
kind of
do,
know,
right?
You see the patterns. You see. I mean, if you see any of our games, you see me sitting down because otherwise, I'd come out of my shoes. I'd come out of everything.
Yeah, Alvarez with a corner kick. Near
short.
side.
Oh, wow.
Right
That
off.
could have been dangerous off the back of the
Off
defender.
the back of the defender and out again. And that was a nice play by the goalie. As on the near side,
yes,
the near post, they had.
He didn't hesitate. He went for the ball.
Yeah, they had Edgar Rodriguez there. Now, Edgar has somebody in front of him to kind of shoot him off, and I believe that's number 17 for Minyard is kind of trying to.
They're going short.
Yeah, they went short. Now, trying to get it back out. They're going to make a run here. Number 15 gets it out to him.
Is putting some pressure.
Yeah. So, again, though, that one, the 50-50 right there. Yeah, that's a dangerous 50-50 ball. Back up.
To control it.
Controlling the Buffs to Blake. Nice play there.
He didn't know he was there.
Yeah, Jose Almanza.
There you go. Little lazy in how we control that ball right there.
Yeah, and again, being lazy in that sense, now it
cost them. Yeah,
yeah.
Somebody had to foul,
exactly.
And they were going the other way.
Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Now You Know Eagle Pass. Go to our Facebook page, Now You Know. Soon enough, we're gonna have Now You Know Sports.
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
that was off. Why did he call that?
Did he call a handball?
I don't know if he called a handball, but
it
hit him in the back. So again, the Buffs have it controlled. We got 14 left, 14:33 left. It's going to be a goal kick. For everybody that's back home in Eagle Pass, thank you guys for joining us. You got Christian Rodriguez, Coach Rodriguez from CCWin, the Mavericks here on hand as our color commentator. Thank you for lending your expertise in the game of soccer. Of course, you played your years at Eagle Pass High.
Yes, I did. That's a long time ago, Freddie.
Controlled by the Buffs there. Back out.
It's exciting to have, Eagle Pass kind of represented in the playoffs, regardless of, which high school actually does it. And I know Ray.
Well, you guys were in the playoffs last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
2 years ago.
We played Alamo Heights in that first round. It just kind of ended up that way. We were in the game, I guess, for a little while, but it got
aggressive there, Blake.
That's good. They're going to make Blake play for that.
Yeah.
And he stopped the clock, and he's gonna go in to his pocket.
Is he gonna go into his pocket? Yeah. So we have a yellow card for Alan Rodriguez, and he did make a motion to where I think he hooked him in that one.
I think I don't think he actually hooked on it. He put in a strong hip in there.
Yeah.
And
So Moreno with another set piece.
And Blake went down, so. They gotta be careful. Yeah, they gotta be careful with their emotions right here. They're not losing. Not losing. They still have a chance here. Just don't let the emotions kind of get the better of you. You need your best players on the field.
Yeah, you need every player. And I think did he go get a?
Yeah. So he's just gonna go out and go back. Yes. Oh, well, when you get a yellow, you have to come off.
Okay.
So now he's got to spend some time off in the next.
It's like in
the next
hockey.
opportunity. Yeah,
It's like in
it's
hockey.
not a penalty box, but
To the backside, nice
that was
play.
dangerous.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was a dangerous piece there.
You leave that ball in that middle, and somebody can be
Garza will
lucky.
bring it out. Controlled again now. And
That's nice. Make
trying
it
to
work.
get it
Nice on the backside.
nice
You got
backside.
number 17.
Rodriguez trying to make a
Nice,
move.
Nice.
Makes a
Oh,
nice
good
shot
good
on
job,
goal
Good job.
to the near post. But Vu was there.
He's there.
Both goalies doing their job.
No, they're coming up big.
Vu will line drive this one. A play there by Eagle Pass, controlling into the middle of the field. And I think Rodriguez is back in, right? On the outside.
He's waiting to come back in. Yes.
Oh, he's still waiting to back in. So.
And then he
Nice play there.
He's got a nice opportunity there. Give it or shoot it.
Should have
Give
been
it
inside.
or shoot it. See, those are little opportunities. You
Yeah,
don't know if you're going to
Gutierrez
get
on the
them back.
outside.
You got to take advantage of them.
Bro, nice play there. Trying to get some spacing.
Oh, they got
Find some spacing.
good,
Middle.
Good.
Turns around just outside the penalty box.
Shoot.
Shooting from outside.
Yes.
That's a shot on goal
was a
by
good
Hinojosa from just outside 15 yards.
That was a dangerous ball.
Yeah, it was low line drive that Vu was able to get it on the far post.
That shows you what they're capable of.
Blake there controlling after Eagle Pass. So Blake trying to give and go there with his teammate Minyard. Crosser.
Dang, that was a close one to the back pole.
To the back post.
They said that there was contact on that, so it's a corner or throw in.
Trying to figure it out. Eagles, we need to pressure more. That's one of our comments that came in.
They're pressuring. I mean, I know we hear a lot, the fans, llegale, or do this, do this. You know how we did this once in his experiment. Some kid had a counter on a shoe, and in a game, he ran 12 miles. That's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy to sprint 12 miles.
That one, a crosser.
You got to be efficient, and you got to know when.
Trying to get it out of the penalty box.
Nice job.
Nice job. Gets it out. Now trying to transition there. They make a run here.
Like right now, number 9, I mean, he has been doing that run, which is what, like a 30, 40-yard
run from the middle of the field.
Exactly.
He's
all the way to the penalty box.
Yeah.
That's after a few runs like that, you start to feel it.
Mm-hmm. And Clemens, again, I like the aggressiveness from Eagle Pass. They're not backing down to Clemens. They are attacking themselves, but they're also being physical and knowing that they're not going to get easy shots. That one just outside the penalty box. Turns around.
Nice.
Shot on goal. There was defensive. The defensive third is there for Eagle Pass.
Oh, nice job stealing the ball. Now we need to control it. We can't always do it on our own. Yes.
Number 25 has a run there. Shot.
Nice
save by Garza.
Again, 17.
Trying
can't
to get
let
it
go
out.
Of the ball.
Trying to get it out. Nice play there.
You need to let go of the ball. And here we go.
And
ball went through. Good job.
Melgoza making a run, trying to get forward, and he does gonna get
He's gonna get a throw in.
Nice play there.
Change of the field right there. But you see, if we don't let the ball go right there, it opens up an opportunity for the other team to kind of steal it. We can't always do things on our own. We got to share it. We got to share the runs. We got to share the pass, share the ball. Everybody shares the responsibility of trying to win the game.
Still 0-0.
Nothing. They didn't call it.
They didn't call that one there.
Wow.
I believe it's
Dang.
that one.
What? I thought for sure they'd call it.
Still 0-0.
A little bit handsy, yes. He called it.
He finally called that one?
Yes. Well, he called it on Eagle Pass now.
Oh, he called it on Eagle Pass. This broadcast is brought to you by Valdez Tire Record Service, 522 North Pierce Street. Call them up. Nice steal as Rodriguez has it. Now trying to get it back as Blake.
That's a good little battle right there. Those guys,
Those two
can
guys
run. And he's chasing them all over the place. So he knows he's there.
Oh, wow.
Now he's in situations like this, you got to keep your cool, because now the ref is going to have a special eye on you. He might not see it, but if he thinks you did something wrong, he's still going to call you for it.
Well,
and Rodriguez already has a card.
Yeah, he does have a yellow card, so he has to be very careful in what he does and how he attacks. Now, and it's the same thing, Coach. When you play basketball, it's the same thing. When you have the 4 fouls,
yes,
you're kind of now, but now you're not playing your game. That's a set piece to the backside.
Wow, just over the fingertips of the goalie, and
so again, you play a little bit different.
You play a little bit more careful and sometimes not as aggressive, and that could cost you. Depends on how you're feeling, and if you're frustrated, also, I mean, you might make a mistake, and it might cost the rest of your team.
Yep.
Because if he gets another card here, they're going to be playing a man short.
A man short, yeah. Controlled there by Rojas. Rojas over to Parra. Parra tries the one touch there. Brings it back over to Melgoza. Was there. Couldn't control it. Vu picks it up.
That's the game plan for the Eagles. I mean, a quick turnaround. I mean,
quick
transition.
Lose
the ball in a quick transition. Try to put somebody in a pressure position.
Pressure controlled by the Buffs here. That's Govea. Yeah, 6 minutes, 6:40 left here in the first half. As the Eagle crowd here. They were going to give us special accommodations, Coach, but I was like, you know what? No. Let's go outside. Let's feel the ball. Nice ball forward as they were looking for Rodriguez.
Was looking for that ball, just went out of bounds.
Yeah, with Rodriguez, Edgar Rodriguez, who's the wing. Am I right, Coach? He's the wing on this side, on the near side. Purron in the middle. Controlled by the Buffs out to the outside.
Still very active both ways. Any little
hiccup, Coach, I think that was they're gonna the flag was up. He was offside. 5:52 left. So they're gonna have a free kick. Coach Reese over on the far sideline, kind of directing traffic.
Moved them back, right?
Did they? Yeah, I think they changed balls too.
Okay.
That was one of the things I think when I was talking to Coach when he was telling me, he goes that was the whole. Of course, Samuel Clemens is playing at home. This is their home turf. This is their home stadium. So they're used to the bounces. They're used to this turf because, again, it's different, Coach. When you're playing just outside is Blake, just outside the penalty box, turns around, is looking for.
Blake, and they are taking those. I think he is kind of getting really kind of comfortable taking that dive. I don't know.
Well, not only that, Coach.
I think he knows he's going to get that call, so now he's doing it a little bit more. Whereas at the beginning of the game, he was kind of playing through it.
Yeah, now, he's reacting.
Yes.
let's call it reactive. Let's call it a reactive move.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
So we're gonna have a set piece just outside the penalty box. About 10? What's a 10? That's 20 yards.
Just
about
outside 20 the arc.
Yeah, 20 yards.
Dangerous. It's a dangerous ball right there.
Yeah, you got Garza kind of on the far post. Now he's kind of in the middle. You think they're gonna two-touch, Coach, or
no, they're gonna go. This is a direct kick.
This is just a direct kick.
Yes, sir.
Well, they got to make sure they put some.
He's opening up. Don't open it up. Good job.
Yeah, that was.
He's going for the goal.
Shot on goal was number 17, Jake Menyard, and that was off the high post. Just 3:51. Have you kind of seen a game that's that quick, Coach? Because I mean. We've gone through the 40 minutes that quick already.
It is. It's a quick pace. And I was going to say, I mean, I think for the Eagles, that is their game plan. That is their plan. I mean, this is how they've been successful.
Yeah.
So in a tough district that they're in,
Rodriguez.
Will it be enough?
Yeah, that was Gutierrez. Sorry, Gutierrez.
Will they have the discipline to be able to kind of keep doing this pace, keep doing what their game plan is? That's how they won games. There's no reason to change now. Right now in playoffs, it's you do what you know what to do.
Space. There's in space now.
Also
shot
here. Nice
play.
job.
Shot on goal by Alvarez. Alvarez had a one-on-one situation and a nice ball back out. Gonna cross it, and that is
ball goes out. It's a goal kick.
That's a goal kick. Don't worry, Coach. They didn't throw me out of the house. That's where I keep all my equipment.
I was gonna say, nice.
Trying to work the ball. Agovea inside. Now working it outside. Again, another Alvarez run. Trying to cross it. Blake has it. Oh, nice. And a great defensive play there. Again, number 25 now has it. Cross it.
There you go.
Oh, the header.
Opportunistic.
Yeah, opportunistic.
Put the ball in the box.
And a goal with an assist. I believe it was number 25 who assisted on that one. Nunez to number 22 on the far side. Carlos Alvarez headed in, and a goal for the Buffs with
2 minutes.
with 38 minutes
of game time
off.
That's kind of tough when you get one of those scores right at the end. It kind of deflates you because you thought you were going to go into the half
0-0.
Yes. And I thought he was going to put it down, and if he had it, it would have been, it would have given a chance for the goalie to be able to react to that. But the fact that he took it out of the air and he just took a chance at heading it in wasn't great power, but it was just soon.
Yeah.
It was just surprising. So let's see if they can put this on the box and see if we can create something.
So they do have a free kick. Porron takes a shot, and the defense takes it out
of bounds, and they're still in position to create something here. Throw in for the Buffs.
So 1-0 as the Buffs scored, and there's 55 seconds left.
We're
under a minute. Blake trying to control. And again, that right there just shows me right there, because that wasn't a hard.
No, he went flying.
Yeah, he went flying.
How did you say he reacted?
He reacted. Another run there by the Buffs, trying to control as Alvarez.
Ball went out.
$30 seconds.
In those situations, I think it's been a few times that the offensive player, the camp, has had a nice little run there.
And the spacing.
Yes.
I think that right there with the spacing, Coach, I think that's where.
Well, initially they got good position. Those defenders have good position initially, but as they get closer to the touch line, they're letting them go, or either they're too fast and they get a step on them, and that's when they cut in. And in those situations, you try to teach your defensive guys that you want to protect the side, but if it gets closer to there, you got to protect the inside a little bit more.
Yeah.
So you got to let them. You got to keep them outside and protect the inside. Don't give them such an easy cross or an easy ball across the net.
We're at halftime here. It is clear, 73 degrees. Beautiful night for soccer. We're at the pitch.
Sun going down. It's going to get a little cool.
Yep.
Nice. As I'm looking here at the ref,
do you know him?
I know. The center ref. Yes, he's a good ref. He does talks to you a lot. You got to give it up for those officials that give up their time to be able to kind of do this. I know without officials we wouldn't be able to have games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sometimes it can be frustrating. Sometimes it can be really really frustrating if calls are not going your way. But like I tell my kids, you got to be good enough to work those officials out.
Yeah.
If we're complaining about the officials, it means that somehow, some way, we're not playing good enough.
Exactly. Well, again, we look at the possession for Eagle Pass. They have not possessed the ball that much. Samuel, the Buffaloes have possessed in the first half for the most part, the whole half, and they've had some opportunities. They've had shots on goal. They, again, like you mentioned, they did have that opportunity there where the ball went in from Nunez as he crossed it, and awaiting was Alvarez on the other side on the far post, and got the header in for the goal.
And that's going to be the discipline of the game, isn't it? Right? Sometimes you got to just keep trying and trying and trying and trying. The Eagles were doing a good job of stopping their game plan, and it's going to be who has the mental toughness to kind of go past that, be able to concentrate on what it is that you want to do, rely on your game plan, rely on what you've done in the past, rely on your teammates to make it happen. You can't give up on one another.
This halftime report is brought to you by Pilo Ruiz at Brown Eagle Pass, 830-421-7755. Go to www.brownep.net. They're located at 3860 U.S. Highway. Call Pilo Ruiz. Also, our good friend, Mr. Carlos De Los Santos, owner of De Los Santos Foodie Park. Have you visited?
Oh yeah,
park?
Of course.
Man, they got some great. They got some delicious food out there. Go out there at 3055 Del Boulevard. They do have a BYOB. Bring your own burger.
I was to say, those drinks that they've got there, whether you get it from one place or another, they're delicious. Food is great. It's a great little environment that they've set up there.
Lima Charlie Car Wash. Make sure you guys go by. It's located on Medina Street.
That's by my house. Yeah.
Yeah. I went there today, and they got some good water pressure there, man. I was like, whoa. Took all the bugs off with the traveling that we did this week.
You do a lot of traveling, right?
Yeah, we did a lot of traveling this week. So we collect that stuff. But no, Coach, go by there, guys. And we want to also thank our great advertiser, Valdez Tire Record Service, 522 North Pierce Street, Eagle Pass, Texas, 757-3102. Another great supporter. A&S Industrial Services, 975 2nd Street, 773-6532. Midas Backhoe Services and Septic Solutions Consulting Services. Just call for a quote, 830-325-0092. Eagle Pass Dental Clinic, 1606 East Garrison Street, 757-1500. Alvarez, Dr. Hector Alvarez and his family. We're getting ready for district track. And, of course, little Alex Alvarez is prime. He's ranked, I believe, he's one of the top freshmen in the state of Texas in the 2-mile. So
nice. Represent.
Yeah, representing. Of course, Nevada's Law Group, 780 East Rio Grande Street, 830-776-7003. Visit nevadaslawgroup.com. And 1-0 1 0.
It's still in there.
Yeah, it's one of those things, coach, where you kind of look at yourself and say, what did I do and what did I not do?
I know you can, and you can get kind of lost in that. Like, man, what was it? What else can I do? If I know, Teeters, he's going to make sure that he makes sure that he understand that his kids understand that they're in this game. They've had phases of this game where they've controlled, what they've scared Clemens. They've had the upper hand in some phases of the game, and they can't give up. Just because it doesn't work the first time doesn't mean that you give up on your game plan. You got to keep doing what brought you here. You got to keep doing what got you a very successful season, and they've had a very successful season from beginning to end. So they just need to, kind of regroup, get things straight. I know this is the first playoff game for them. There is added pressure. There's added eyes, and sometimes, you gotta know how to handle that or put that aside and play your game.
Okay, coach. And talking about, as far as, Coach Reese going into halftime and talking to his kids, you've been in this situation as far as in the playoffs and going into half and kind of telling them, hey, this is the game plan that we had, but I saw some things that we can do differently. Let's work on that. For them, they were trying to pressure the ball, but they haven't been able to win those 50-50 balls, coach. Again, they've been on that on that thing where if they won those 50-50 balls, they can press the action more quicker. The defensive third for the Buffs have been doing a tremendous job in the attacking third, as far as not letting them get in, and the spacing. I think when you don't space it out a little bit, you don't get those crisp passes, the one touch passes, and I think that's going to create spacing. That's going to create those shot on goals.
And you've seen it, yes. And I told you, remember, I told you at the beginning, if the Eagles were opened up with an attack, and I told you once those mids stop being there in order to pick up that first touch from their strikers, from their forwards, it's going to go the other way. And I think it's kind of worked out that way. Somehow, some way, the ball is going back into the possession of the Buffs here, and that kind of opened up some momentum for them. They were able to touch the ball a little bit more, get into a little bit more of a rhythm, whereas before they were just kind of throwing that ball up there to see what number one what it could do. But now with a little bit more possession, a little bit more control, they were able to kind of work what they wanted to do. On the other side, of course, the Eagles, you were right, on set plays, on direct kicks, or maybe throw-ins. You've got too many bodies on one side of the field instead of kind of opening up the field. We'll see if that is something that coach is going to kind of address with his team.
Yeah,
and hopefully they do kind of find a solution, get back on track, because they definitely do have the star power to be able to turn this thing around.
As we the road to the state championship, as on the 20th, which was yesterday, on Thursday, Vandergrift took care of Westlake 2-1. So they move on. O'Connor beat Brandeis 2-1. So O'Connor and Vandergrift will meet in the second round. Clemens and Eagle Pass. The winner of this game will play the winner of Edinburgh North and Harlingen. They're playing down in Harlingen today.
Those are tough teams.
Yeah, those are tough teams. Bowie and McNeil are playing tonight too. Madison and Harlan, they're playing tonight at 6:00. Not sure where they're playing. Del Rio beat. Let's recap that one real quick.
San Marcos?
Was it San Marcos?
I think so.
Yeah, yes. San Marcos. So they beat San Marcos. I believe it was penalty kicks then, because it just says 1-1. Yeah, it was a shootout win. So Del Rio advances. Veterans Memorial beat La Jolla. And checking the details here. 3
shootout again, right?
Yeah, it was a shootout. So La Jolla beat Veterans Memorial, so they move on. They're playing Del Rio and hoping that we get
those are two teams that Harlan used to be in our district. There's a tough team. Veterans Memorial was an opponent in one of our playoff games.
Coach, I'm gonna look hard for Del Rio for the next round. Maybe we can catch that one.
Okay.
Would you mind?
It's fun.
It's fun, right?
It's fun.
Of course,
This is
if the
the
Eagles
fun
move
of-
on, we're
yeah,
gonna
of
follow
course,
them.
Of course.
But Del Rio is in the District 36A. I was trying to see what who made it out of 5A, Coach, out for your district.
Well, of course. I mean,
John Jay. No,
no,
not John Jay.
no. John Jay didn't make it. McCullough made it.
McCullum.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. MacArthur. MacArthur, of course, the Dragons, Southwest, Legacy, and who was the other team that made it?
I'll check right now.
It's going to be. It was going to be interesting because this year they're going with, of course, the two divisions on in the soccer playoffs as well, kind of like what they do for football.
Yeah, Division 1 and Division 2.
So that was going to kind of create a little bit of.
So it was Southwest, who finished 15 and 1.
Harlandale, yeah, that's true.
Southwest Legacy, MacArthur, and Harlandale.
Yes.
Those are the top 4 teams.
So yesterday, Southwest did play their first round game. They beat Jefferson, I think 7-0.
Mustangs.
And so those, our district has done pretty well against in those by-district matchups. Last year, I think we won all of them.
Coach Rob probably giving them the pep talk of the lifetime. What's the score? It's 1-0. The Buffs as we start the second half of play. And again,
and here goes Oscar. Comes up with the ball. Let's see how the Eagles respond to this. They, like I say, they still have every chance in the world to be able to kind of take this game, turn it around. Throw in.
Yeah, throw in for the Buffs. And again, Blake trying to. Now, right there was a push off there.
Well, this time they called it on
yeah,
Blake.
Now they called it on him. Yeah. And again, Coach, when you see that, as a coach, is like, okay, are you seeing what he's doing, or are you seeing what our kids are doing after the fact?
Well, the only one that matters is the ref, right?
Yeah.
If he sees it or not. I mean, we might be seeing it, and if we try to tell the ref something, sometimes they listen, sometimes they take it
to the outside, the far side. Rodriguez crossing.
Nice.
That's a nice ball inside. Melgoza was making a run, and Boo came out, took care of that one.
Those are the kind of things you need to kind of start.
Is the misplay there by the defense. Making a run is Maldonado inside the Blake just outside the penalty box. Oh! One time.
Yeah, he's that dangerous kid. We knew it. If the ball's at his feet, he is going to use whatever space you give him.
Xavier Blake just outside the penalty box. One timer. The back of the net for a Buff goal.
And as good as Oscar is, I mean, I don't think anybody was going to stop that ball.
Yeah, it was a rifle into shot on goal.
Yeah. So again, let's make sure we react.
Rodriguez has the ball. Ron now back up again. Now they're bringing 2 guys up on Rodriguez. Because they know they got a 2-0 lead.
He's got a card.
He's got a card.
There you go.
Melgoza forward.
Nice.
To Hinojosa. Hinojosa was trying to get it to Melgoza again.
Now they can't get frustrated. I know sometimes it seems like, oh well, nothing happened. No, something did happen, and you got to keep the pressure up on the Buffs. You got to keep trying. Because once you create a little crack in their defense, once you create a little crack or doubt, that's all you need. Sometimes that's all you
need. That was played out by Eagle Pass. That was Hinojosa.
I think they saw it this time.
They did see it.
I know the Buff fans aren't too crazy about that, but it was him, the last one that touched it.
Throw in.
There you go.
And there you go. Now they saw the push there. Justin Riojas was called for.
The little push there.
Yeah.
Not too much of a difference in alignment that coaches brought in, but
Working the outside. Again, Rodriguez. Again, getting 4 minutes into the second half and you score your second goal.
Mhm.
What does that do as far as attacking wise, coach?
it kind of deflates. To be honest with you, it deflates you. But it happens early enough that it's still in your mind that you have a chance. You have time. One little mistake might get you back in the game. So you cannot give up.
Yeah, run right there.
Exactly. Oscar comes out. Great goalie play right there to save what looked like it was going to be
a goal, a shot on goal, and a run there by Gutierrez, getting it forward to the far side.
Good job. Good job. A throw in.
They're going to get a throw in there.
You got to believe. You got to believe.
Side, yes.
Despite what the circumstances are, you got to make sure that you get together with your friends. You know that you're in this game because you put in a lot of work. You cannot give up on the opportunity.
A throw in. Again, the run there by Leonel Nunez. Nunez was the one that was making that run on the shot on goal. It's not too cold tonight, Coach.
No, it's not. It's nice. It's nice.
That's what we talked about there. As far as those balls, and now Nunez again, another run inside the penalty box. Nice slide tackle there by Frausto, I believe, on the other side, on the far side, who is the field goal kicker for football, right? No, I'm trying to get that number. I don't know if it's 6. Almanza, I don't think it's 4.
Okay.
The one that was on the far side.
Okay, so now we got a little gamesmanship here. Is this time wasting? Is he going to call it?
Ball gets played out. Controlled by the Buffs. Again, controlling on their half. Trying to get a misplay on the ball.
He calls it. Called that little push.
A quick restart.
And he's there.
And he's right there. Lefty. Goal! Xavier Blake on a quick restart. Assisted by Jeremy Moreno.
I know how that feels.
Gets it inside. Knocks it down. Sets it up on his left side. And in the back of the net for a Buff goal.
And you can tell the body language of the Eagles there. They were not ready for what happened. They took advantage of that little tentativeness, and Blake made him pay for it.
Now bringing it back out.
So now it's going to be a test of what they're made of. I know the Buffs are now a little bit looser. Once you get that
cushion.
I mean, just the confidence of a 1-0 even, it gives you a little bit of free reign to be able to kind of do and play how you want to play. And sometimes that's the way you want to play, free of pressure. Be free to do what you usually do. That usually means you play better.
So again, the Eagles have the ball. Getting it into and Rodriguez.
Now that's going to be a little frustrating there. Those touches are going to kind of start mounting up. The frustration is going to mount up, but they're going to have to understand that they do have a chance here. The game's not over. Any one little mistake, any one score can actually open up the door for more.
Yeah. The throw in there by Moreno. Moreno with the last assist to Blake. Blake has two goals now. Looking for a third one, making that run.
Yeah, now they saw. Now they see his elbow up a little bit there. Yes.
Quick restart. And Blake has it at the 20. Tries to cross it to Nunez. Saves it on the outside. Free go pass.
There you go. There you go.
Again, create that spacing.
Ah.
I mean, Coach, the ball was there.
Yes,
Do you think that maybe
it's in their heads now? I
mean,
and so you
touch give.
You expect things to be perfect.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna always be perfect. So you gotta help each other out.
Alvarez throws in for the Buffs. Ron. Now Moreno will make a run. Just outside the penalty box. Goal! Isaac Maldonado tacks on one more goal as the Buffs, with 31:45 still left, 8 minutes, 8:15 left, or 8:15 into the second half. And the Buffs score another goal, making it 4-0.
He got into space just like Blake had gotten it first, and he let it rip. They're playing loose. No pressure on them right now, so they're playing loose.
For Eagle Pass, again, they just the sense of urgency here with how they're playing the ball, inside and out. Again, right there for the Buffs, they're attacking the ball. They're wanting the ball and wanting to go ahead and get up in the attacking third.
And like you can see, the Buffs are playing a lot looser. Once they pick up the ball, the sense of urgency that you're talking about. I mean, if you don't play with that sense of urgency, if you don't practice that, if that's not part of your game plan, then of course it's not going to go the way you want it to.
Yeah, Garza comes out and controls the ball.
And as hard as it is, you got to find a rhythm that got you here. They were the second place team in
District 36,
in a very tough district. So yes. And I think it was just well, I don't know if it's just, I would say it's a little unfair that they got seated with the second place team of this district. Because, you know, it was always, you know, number one plays number 4, number 2 plays number 3.
Well, because again, they went to the whole
Division 1,
Division 2,
yeah. The population,
with the enrollment.
Yes, playing a big part in who you get matched up with. So
another one inside the penalty box.
Good job.
Cleans it up and out for a Buffs throw-in.
No, and then I know one year we got kind of stuck in that situation where one of the districts had way too many teams, so they in the district had 2 divisions, and the seeding was a little bit off. It wasn't necessarily, you know, 1 through 4.
Yeah, Rodriguez was trying to get make a run there, and again, not being able to control the ball as the Buffs are controlling the second half, much like they controlled the first half.
Well, later of that half, I think the Eagles did control a little bit of that opening half. I was kind of surprised that they didn't have those opening game jitters. They didn't have butterflies. They were able to kind of dictate what they wanted to do. They controlled. They were able to put some pressure on it. But then as the game went by, like you said, the Buffs got some control.
So the Buffs here trying to. Rodriguez will throw in.
Regardless of what the outcome is here, man, these guys have had a great season, and they've had a historic season since they are in the playoffs for the first time.
Yeah, another run there.
He called. He's going to call it in the box.
He's going to call it in the box.
Or was it just outside the box? Outside the box. So
yeah. So they're gonna have a free kick.
Free
they're
kick
gonna have a set piece from just outside the box, the far post.
Oscar, we're doing a lot of work here. I know he's going to keep fighting till the end of this.
And I know that they have quite a group of seniors also, Coach.
Oh yeah, these guys have been together for a few years, and they got it together. Something clicked this year. They were able to compete, not only compete, but come up away with some very impressive wins.
Yeah,
and that's why they're here.
A set piece here, shot to the inside. Nice
save by Oscar.
Nice save by Oscar Garza.
That looked like it was going to be a dangerous ball.
Moreno has it, making a run, crossing it. And again, defensively, Eagles are there. Burron trying to get the transition up forward.
He's got space.
Yeah, Hinojosa in the space, playing it forward. Alan has it.
Nice.
Looking to, and was there.
Oh, it's him and Blake again.
Yeah, Blake again. Blake. Is there some extra?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the referee there.
A little bit of gamesmanship there.
Yeah.
A little time wasting. And I think he's going to get a warning from
the head ref.
Yes.
I know that the side, the flags, the flag, what are they called, Coach?
The linemen? Linesman.
Linesman?
Yes.
And then, of course, the main ref is just the head referee.
He controls again, yeah. So, I mean, even if the linesman put up his flag because he thought he saw something, it's going to be up to the ref if he wants to acknowledge it or not acknowledge it. He's the man in control of the game.
Hinojosa has a free kick at the 10-yard line, so that's 20 yards from where the goal is.
This is close enough, yes.
They haven't had a shot on goal in the second half, Coach.
No, they haven't.
That one, a nice
ball
inside as Rodriguez tried to hit it. Nice work outside.
I think he's trying to do too much on his own now.
Hugo Garcia saying, Andrea, Coach Reese, everybody's on back home.
Well,
4-0. Another ball. That was just.
Those are dangerous balls, and they got to understand that those are opportunities. That ball went kind of deep into the box on the
crossing
ground.
It.
They just needed a little urgency. Got to find those opportunities. You never know.
So we get
We're
gonna get a.
We got a corner here.
Corner kick. Is that Purron? Yeah, Purron is out getting the kick. And that was right in front, and Vu jumped and got that ball, quickly transitioned to the other side, making the run is Maldonado.
Yes. That's a good little play right there. Let it kind of come out for a goal kick.
So quickly, Garza trying to reset.
And the Buffs are going to sub.
Yeah, they're going to sub in.
And so this is where they're going to chew up some time.
Parra goes out, coming in, I believe. Trying to see who that gentleman is on the other side, who came in.
There you go.
There's a run out the outside.
Nice.
Nice play
Eesh.
inside. Was not able to connect there on the ball inside. One touch, Blake with Nunez. Nunez making a run.
Good job of that last defender. A little bit of a mistake there, but he's still able to clean it up.
Yeah, now the wind is kicking up.
And it's kicking up. It is getting a little cool.
It is getting a little nipply.
We don't have any walls here, Freddie, so.
No, not here. I just like the atmosphere out here, Coach.
No, it is. It's nice.
It's a different feel. Of course, you always want to be inside a press box, right? But when it comes to certain sports, you want to get the feel of the crowd. You want to get the feel of the game. When you're inside a press box, it takes away from the nostalgia. The experience. I mean, again, soccer is different in our border town.
We have a great tradition now building up in Eagle Pass with soccer. I don't think in all of South Texas can you go without somebody have heard of one of the schools.
Xavier Blake having another run, and they hooked him.
They grabbed him.
Yeah,
that's all he could do.
And they gave him a yellow card.
That was the center defender, right?
Yeah, the center defender there.
I know it's tough here in these situations when it seems like you can't do anything right. We've been there, but these kids have worked very hard, and they it's not like they're giving it up on purpose.
Yeah,
it becomes a very tough situation when it seems like everything's getting away from you.
Yeah. So they're gonna have a free kick,
Right
20 yards away. Yeah, just outside the penalty box.
And that in some ways is the right thing to do. You don't want to give Blake another goal. You don't want to kind of bring in the fans again like this. So he did what he thought he needed to do to prevent the goal, and we'll see if it pays off.
So shot, that one
hit the
crossbar
of the
goalpost.
The football goal, yeah. So Oscar with a quick restart. Seems like the Eagles are really struggling for that possession now, and it has become a physical fight.
And they're going to give him a yellow card.
Yes. And the ref is just trying to kind of get a little bit of control of the game. He's trying to make sure that it doesn't get out of hand.
Why would he not give him a quick restart?
Because he had already stopped it.
He had already stopped it.
Yes. So especially since he had to issue the card, he has to have time to set everything down. Sometimes when they do pull out the card, it's just for this time right here. Let everybody kind of get a cool head.
I want to thank everybody back home in Eagle Pass catching our live stream of this 6A by-district soccer playoff between the Eagle Pass Eagles and the Samuel Clemens Buffaloes. Melgoza Rodriguez trying to find some spacing. As soon as he gets the ball, he's got 2 or 3 people there, Coach.
Well, they're going. I mean, like you said, they're compacting the space, so it's hard to go through there.
Yeah. Dvorka had
got
the ball.
2 or 3 Eagles in the same area. Well, it's not just the 2 or 3 Eagles; it's their defenders.
Their defenders here, yeah.
So it makes it that much more difficult to get through that.
So for Coach Salas, he's playing the typical 4-4-2 or
yes,
yeah.
And right now, I mean, this is the fun part of a game. I bet you Coach Salas doesn't have to say anything right now.
Yeah,
because he's having his team do what they do: attack. They're loose. They're taking shots. They're controlling the ball.
Garza quickly gets it out in front, controlled. Oh, a slip on the
Yes,
far
yeah.
side, trying to get some spacing there.
And so what I would expect from Salas right now is here and there, and we've already seen it. He's going to
Shot on goal.
good
and
job.
just misses
Yes.
Garza. As the shot on goal by
So
stop the clock.
stop the
I'm
clock.
not sure why. If the
Oh,
ball.
because the ball boys are being slow with the ball.
Oh, okay.
So that's again a little bit of gamemanship there. They're going to milk the clock. Like I was going to say right now, I think Coach Salas right now is going to sub here and there. And I know even now there's a new rule that says if we get under 5 minutes, if you're going to sub, they're going to have to stop the clock.
Oh, okay. A shot on goal or a crosser. Now they
Goes
have
right back.
they had
throw
a
in.
corner kick. Now a throw in.
And Eagles are going to do a quick change, but it's not their ball. So
Oh, so they can't sub when
No.
they don't have.
well, they don't. It has to be their possession.
Yeah,
yes.
their possession.
Or if the Buffs were going to sub themselves. Oh, come on. That scared me a little bit there.
And he tries to reset, and
Yes.
again, right there, coach, with that touch.
He had somebody
Misplayed the
right
ball,
there. He
yeah.
had somebody right there he could have played it back to. But I mean, like I said, this is a tough situation when it feels like you got to do something a little extra, something yourself to try and get yourself back into the game or to try and show something.
19 left. One
Running too
touch.
free, running too free.
And
Good
another
job,
shot on goal, and that was Jake Minyard.
And like you said, you know,
Nunez on the outside defending as the Eagles were trying to get the boundary and get the wing out there on the far sideline,
yes.
trying to get it down in attack mode.
They do their substitution, so we got some fresh bodies. Hopefully, brings a little bit of a fresh perspective too. I know it must be frustrating for those guys, but they have had a great.
Oh yeah,
great
coach.
season.
They've for them to again. Del Rio has been kind of their nemesis year after year. United,
Yes.
Alexander, United South. Like they were able this year to kind of go in there and do what
They won games. Yes, they
Yeah.
won game against those guys, and that's not saying little. It's a tough district.
and they were one game away from actually playing for a district championship in that last game if they would have beaten United South. And coach said if it was a Friday night, it would have been a different story, but it was a Saturday game.
I know. We get those Saturday games, and you never know what team you're going to get sometimes.
It's a different feel, coach, to play a noon game than to play under the lights.
Yes, it is. It's very different.
Oh, and Garza almost misplayed that one as Blake has it. Inside.
Nice little play
Nunez,
to let the ball
yes.
go through there.
A nice
job.
save there by Garza. Brings it back out quickly. Edgar Rodriguez has the ball, controls it, middle. Almanza on the outside gets it stolen. So the attacking third for the Buffaloes are still attacking the midfield.
Yes.
Attacking in the middle. They're not attacking the boundary, coach. They're attacking the middle.
Yeah, no, and it's opened up for them. So now when the mistake comes or the loose ball from those mids have been moving around a lot. As you can see, I mean, they've only got like 3 defenders back here right now, but those defenders are the ones kind of pushing that action. And right now they're playing defense basically by playing offense. You put the ball in the offensive position, you don't need to play defense.
Moreno making a run here. Puron trying to stop his momentum forward. Bring it back out.
And there he's got
Gouveia.
space.
Inside. Nunez.
Mishit it.
Nunez, who has an assist. And the goals for Blake, he has 2. Trying to remember who the other one was.
Number 9.
Oh, it was Isaac Maldonado. That's right.
Yes.
Maldonado has 1, and Alvarez had that header to begin in the first half.
Yes. What was it, 22?
Yeah, Alvarez.
Yes.
No, we had a pin.
Dang, what they call? Ah,
Did they call
he
it?
called it a penalty. Yes, he's pointing to the spot. So let's see.
So it's going to be a free kick. So Blake has 2. Nunez has 1. Carlos has 1. Right? Nunez,
Yes.
Alvarez, and Blake.
So
So
Blake is going to take the
Blake
penalty
is
kick
going to
right
take
now.
the penalty kick as that penalty happened inside the penalty box. So
Let's see what Oscar can do. He's been big in certain situations like this.
Blake kind of walking up to the ball, strikes it,
Eesh.
and has a hat trick.
He does.
3 goals for Xavier Blake.
He
and
made
the
Oscar
Buffs,
think he was going to go near post, and he went far post.
far
on
post,
him,
yeah. And it wasn't one of those, quick runs. He just came up.
Yes.
And
he faked him out.
Yeah.
And as a goalie, there's not much you can do. You have to make a decision. You have to make a quick decision. He made his decision, and he went the other way. So Clemens here is making a few changes, and they're going to go with another goalie here.
They're going to change the goalie.
Number 7 also is coming off.
So Moreno's coming off. So Blake has a hat trick. Where's dinner, Coach?
That's a good question, Freddie. Where are we going to get dinner now?
I don't know. You want to go to Pluckers? You want to? I don't know. Where? You want to go to Steakhouse?
Wherever you're buying, Freddie. Wherever you're buying.
Exactly. Wherever we're buying. I want to thank all our advertisers, everybody that advertised.
Nice run.
Nice run.
Get in the box.
Try
into the
to
box.
get it across.
Come on. Don't quit.
Not to the outside.
So that's a corner kick there.
I'm trying to see who that number was that came across.
Was it number 7?
Was it number 7 for Eagle Pass?
No, number 3.
So we got to
Rivera.
Into the penalty box, inside, and again, another corner kick.
That's all you can ask for. Give me another chance. Give me another chance. You got to be ready for those chances, though.
The redirect. And another one inside.
A little too short.
Quickly, the Buffs have the ball transition. Quickly forward, Nunez. Nunez has an open.
Oscar comes up and
yes.
cleans that up nicely. Plays really good with his feet.
Need a car? Well, Pilo Ruiz, 830-421-7755 is the number to call.
Can't give him that space.
Back out quickly, trying to get some transition.
Good little Rodriguez. Pass right there. Give it back to him. There you go.
Back again, Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Rodriguez. Nice play inside.
There he is. They're still capable. They're still capable of doing something.
Yeah, 13 minutes is a long time, Coach. 13 minutes in soccer is a long time. You can get an equalizer quick.
I don't know if we're gonna get an equalizer.
Right.
One, I'm hoping that they got one here. It makes it a lot better on the ride home, knowing that you got on the board.
Purron there has controlling the ball, crossing it to Edgar Rodriguez. Rodriguez will send it middle. And that was Gutierrez. Rodriguez tries to control.
There you go. Good.
That was Homer Pina. Pina's worked hard on the defensive end.
He's had to. I mean, those guys making those runs on his side. I mean, he had a big job to do.
Yeah. Trying to get to the middle now, trying to get spacing out to the cross. But again, right there, Coach, that ball played over to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's for the Eagles to go win that ball, control the tempo, control it to the outside.
But that little bit of doubt is keeping him out there, so that Buff was able to kind of get a little bit on it, and they weren't able to get that possession. It's those little things, over and over throughout the game that separate, winning team and those that go on. Do you have the mental toughness to be able, because I know they can do it. They can pass, they can run, they can do a lot of things.
Nice give and go there. Trying to get it to the outside, crossing it. And that ball goes out of play.
Mm-hmm.
We had a busy week this week with spring break.
A lot of games still, right?
We had a lot of games. We were broadcasting almost every day.
I think we were the only school in both our districts that had the same this spring break, right? Everybody else had their spring break already. So, I mean, we had to.
Nunez making a run on the outside. Gets it inside the penalty box. Nice again.
Nice
Homer Pina there. A nice slight tackle there. Gets the ball away from Nunez.
And that's sacrificing his body there. It's not always. You can get some major burn on making those slides there on this artificial turf.
10-11 left here in the second half, and it's been, of course, 1-0 after the end of one, and then has been an outbreak of that one. Dang. Almost to the near post as Nunez set it up and almost headed in by Jared Wells. Back out quickly, Purron. Pina.
That's a nice little touch right there.
Yeah, nice touch there by Gutierrez.
They get a ball on their side to throw in. Let's see if they can do something with this.
Rodriguez, header. Wasn't able to control the bus. Right back in control. Nice stolen there.
He didn't give up on that play. He got it back.
And shoots it from, actually tries to get the ball in from about 40 yards away.
It was a nice little chance. They got a foot on it. Just weren't able to turn it.
As I was kind of talking, it was 1-0 into the half, and then it was all Buffs the second half. As Xavier Blake, is it Xavier or Javier? Let's call him Xavier. Xavier Blake goes off for 3 goals, a hat trick in the second half. Also, Nunez puts 1 on goal, and Alvarez was the first one to get a goal tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about that one, those 50-50 balls, Coach.
Yes, and then but you see how he only had 1 touch on it. Instead of trying to control it, if he would have tried to control it himself, that Eagle defender would have probably been there, been able to kind of steal it maybe. Mm-hmm. But he gave it up, and the possession was shared, and they remain in control.
Edgar on Rodriguez on Wells. Pina to Purron to Rodriguez working on Wells. Again, trying to get the spacing there. Gutierrez. That was Hinojosa. As he's gonna get
He's gonna get a call there.
yeah, he's gonna get a call there. So now Puron has it.
So right now, all they're gonna try and do is put it in the box.
Yeah, they're gonna try and get it as far into the box as possible.
There's a good
hoping-
cleanup.
Nice.
There.
Goal! Goal! On a rebound,
Edgar Rodriguez.
Edgar Rodriguez puts it in the back of the net for a Eagle pass. Eagles. Goal!
That's gotta feel good. That's gotta feel good.
That right there, Coach. They made the play to make sure Puron made sure that he got the ball far deep enough in the penalty box for that rebound.
Yeah, the goalie kind of came out there. He had to go over some of his own guys. The ball ended up back into space where the Eagles can kind of just take a shot, and that's what Edgar did. He put a shot, and it beat the keeper.
Off the left foot, Puron controls it. Edgar has it in front, has some spacing.
Nice little pass. They'll have a chance here again.
Melgoza was the one there in front. Puron trying to control. So they're trying to throw in quickly. Rodriguez wasn't able to control there.
But again, they're too compressed.
Yes, that's what I was mentioning there, Coach. Nice play by Piña. Piña to Puron. Puron inside to Rodriguez. Rodriguez making a move, making a run.
Nice through the leg move right there.
They're gonna corner kick there. Rodriguez will set up the corner kick with 6:25 left. Puts it in and could not redirect there.
They're still there.
Rodriguez.
Don't let it get away. Don't react like that.
Well, again, Edgar Rodriguez can say he has a playoff goal.
Yes, sir.
In his career, in his high school career. They haven't had many shots on goal in the second half.
Right?
Yeah, in the second half. They did in the first half. Wells plays it forward. Melgoza
got bumped off the ball and they called it.
Yeah, Melgoza kind of when he's passing the ref.
Yes,
he kind of said something.
And he sent him off.
Yeah.
So he stopped the clock. He's gonna have to come off.
That's the reason why we like to be out in the free. You wouldn't be able to get this kind of insider press box because you're enclosed.
All the little things that come with the game.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Christopher Aikman is gonna have a free kick from about 50 yards away. You can count the 40, and number 8 as he puts it in far post.
Goes out of bounds.
And Garza will kind of bring it back in quickly. He's been resetting. He's been putting the ball in play quickly. Of course, 5:23 left here.
He's not going to quit. He's going to do what he can to control.
5-1.
What he can control.
Rodriguez.
Sometimes I don't understand that. Why did you bring it inside where the defense was? Your space was outside.
Yeah. Nice play there. Played it back. Just off the
that
foot.
was just lucky, yes. But it's still dangerous.
Yeah, it's inside the penalty box. Back out quickly is Hinojosa. Tried to play a soft touch, coach, on that one.
I'm not sure if he really wanted to go all the way across. It kind of
nice ball inside by Rodriguez.
He needs to come in. There you go. Corner
kick for Eagle pass.
Now, in situations like this, I would rather, as a coach, I would rather have some motion in front of the goalie. But, tired legs, with the pressure, it seems like they camp out in certain positions.
Yes.
And it doesn't, it actually makes it easier for the defender.
Plays it inside, headed out. Porron tries to get it back in. Back out. Controlled. Lopez has it in front.
16 gets a good
Wells.
run.
Wells has the run there.
Left
for the Buffs.
And
nice kick save. He's got it again. And another save by Garza.
But it comes at the foot of another
buff, yeah. That was number 18 who had
clean it up.
Rojas.
That was a good job, I guess, right there.
So the Buffs have it with just 3:28 left. The score 5-1. Of course, we're going to have our takes of this bi-district 6A bi-district playoff soccer playoff between the Eagles and the Samuel Clemens Buffaloes. I was mentioning about a busy week. Of course, Tuesday we were in San Antonio with Southwest and the unbeaten Southwest Dragons in baseball against CC Win. CC Win came up short 6-5. And then Tuesday, that was Tuesday. I'm sorry, that was Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we had Eagle Pass Eagles going 9 innings. Nice play inside.
He's got nice play by the defender there. But
Eric Lopez there for the Buffs was
a corner.
Making a run there. So we had the Eagle Pass Eagles against Central Catholic. That was, again, a 9-inning game. It was tied at the end of 7. The Eagles came back, scored 3 to tie up the ball game 3-3, and went into extra, as we call free baseball. But Central Catholic came up at the end of the 9th and scored 2 runs and got the win and got the 5-3 victory. And then we had the Lady Eagles on Thursday at 2 o'clock. It was an afternoon affair against the Queens of Del Rio. Early on, it was the Queens scored, and then Coach Coca Ruiz and the girls just unleashed on Limon and
put on a clinic.
Yeah, put on a hitting clinic, and kudos to both Clarita Leija and Crystal Ruiz, as they were our players of the game. Crystal Ruiz had a 2-run homer, a 3-run homer.
So the ref gave a yellow card here to number 6.
Was it because of them taking?
Well, I guess you have to give it to somebody. Yeah, they were taking. They're
taking their sweet time.
They're taking the sweet time, but the time is off, so he hasn't turned it on yet. So the Buffs had massive substitutions here. I think for the most part, the whole team got subbed out.
Corner kick for the Buffs, back to the back post, to the far post, and that was out of play. 2-11. And then, of course, we had our overtime sports show at Jansen Lee's at 6 o'clock on Thursday. We had, of course, Grant Bibb with us virtually, and then we had Coach Flores from the Central Catholic Buttons also talked about that game, and it's refreshing when you can call a coach up and say, "Coach, you want to come on?" And they're like, "Yeah, Freddie, why not?" You have those relationship, coach, and when you have those kind of relationship with coaches, just like yourself, Coach.
You sure it's not the food there, Chancellee's?
Well, that too. Rodriguez has the ball, trying to fight for it as he was trying to get Alexander. Alexander is the number 6 for the Buffs. He's working, both of them working hard.
See?
And he does give kind of a shove on both sides.
And just cool heads have to prevail here, We got less than 2 minutes left in the game.
Is the Eagles control right here. Cruz has the ball. with a minute 26. Nice pass inside. That was number 20. The touch Bernal out to the outside, to the far side. Yeah. We talked about, of course, the Tokyo series between the Cubs and the Dodgers. we talked about March Madness and what the madness is all about right now.
It's gonna get interesting.
Bernal there controlling the ball for Eagle Pass. Back outside. Nice run there by Edgar Rodriguez. Excuse me, Rodriguez looking inside.
There you go. There you go.
Bernal.
He should have taken the shot.
Bernal takes a shot.
Should have taken that shot first.
Yeah. And that's Giovanni Bernal, who came into the game. I believe he's an underclassman. We got 27 seconds. It's 5-1 the score.
Edgar did some good work there.
Yeah.
To open up that opportunity.
Piña. Then, of course, tonight we're here in San Antonio. Throw in.
Are you going to get a break?
Rodriguez makes a final run here. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left.
And that's the end of the game.
That's the end of the game as the Eagle Pass Eagles will lose the bi-district soccer playoffs, and the Samuel Clemens Buffs, under the direction of Miles Salas, will take the victory and move on to the next round of the soccer playoffs. I know we kind of going back here real quick. We'll get your final thoughts, Coach, here in a bit. But
well, we got to experience this. It was like I said, the first playoff game for the
Eagles
for the campus, and everything that goes with it. I mean, they're not going to be able to forget that. I mean, this is saying something that you're able to kind of go through that district, be able to get the second seed in a tough district like that, be able to come out here and participate in a playoff game. Everything that led up to that, they won't forget. They're going to keep their playoff shirts as a reminder of what they were able to do this season. So that's going to be special. And hopefully it does kind of create a foundation for other teams to kind of follow and do the same thing.
And again, the winner of this one, which is Samuel Clemens, moves on. They will play the winner of Edinburgh North and Hardingen, which is another one of those games where anybody coming from the Rio Grande Valley, they're going to be tough. So congratulations to Coach Salas and the Buffs as they win this one 5-1. Again, can't say enough. We got Edgar Rodriguez getting his first playoff goal, as Coach will talk to his players. Nonetheless, it was a great season, as you mentioned, for the Eagles, as as he kind of has his team out there.
I know right now it's going to be frustrating. It hurts because you realize you had that opportunity, you had a chance, you were in the game, you had some things kind of not go your way, and now, and this is a new season. You want either you win and move on or you don't.
Hugo Garcia, Coach Juice, congratulations to the boys. Excellent season. Proud of you. So again, everybody back home showing their support, and we want to thank our advertisers: Valdez Tire Record Service, 522 North Pierce Street; A&S Industrial Services, 975 Second Street. Call them up at 773-6532. Mares Backhoe Services and Septic Solutions. Call for a quote, 830-325-0092. Eagle Pass Dental Clinic at 1606 East Garrison Street, 757-1500. And, of course, Nevada's Law Group, 780 East Rio Grande Street, 776-7003, or go visit www.nevadeslawgroup.com. Also want to thank one of our newest advertisers, Lima Charlie Car Wash. They're located on Medina Street, as Mr. Carlos de los Santos. Also, don't forget tonight, man, the foodie park is ready for you guys at 3055 Doria Boulevard. They got a lot of great food out at the hottest foodie park in town. That's De Los Santos Foodie Park.
They should send you like a sampler of all the places that they have.
I know, right? No, I'm gonna do a show from there.
Okay, yeah.
And we're gonna sample everybody
All right.
around there. We want to thank Pilo Ruiz from Brown Chevy Buick GMC of Eagle Pass, another supporter of soccer, the Ruiz family. Pilo Ruiz, call him up at 830-421-7755. He's located at 3860 US Highway 57. Again, if you need a car, truck, or SUV, call Pilo. That's the guy right there. You see him, that's Pilo Ruiz. Call him up, 830-421-7755. Tell him Freddie sent you, and Coach Rodriguez, and he knows what to do. Final thoughts, Coach, as we see Coach Ruiz talking to his team.
Yeah, I mean, you see them. There's a steady contrast out there with the Buffs out here, hollering and celebrating, and they're over there, kind of taking it all in. They need to, keep their heads up. They had a great, like I said, they had a great season. They had a season that has been historic by all accounts. They have done some great things. I know those guys that are seniors are going to remember this for the rest of their lives, and they can proudly say that they were the first team to go to playoffs.
Yeah,
and
in a while.
And I know Coach Reese over there is going to use this to build, and those underclassmen and those that are returning are going to get back to work, and they're going to try and get themselves back here because they experienced it. There's no more, first time. It's something that they've done, and it's something that they need to expect to do again, and put the work in to make sure that it gets done.
Yeah. And thank you, Coach, for coming on with us. I know I call you and I say, Coach, you want to join me? And you're like, well, I'm going to be in town anyways. I'm going to be in the area. Why not? Why not catch that game? So thank you again for
thank you for having me.
Allowing us to have this game together. But for Now Sports, now you know. I'm Freddie Rea, Coach Rodriguez, my camera operator, DeAndre Daniel, who is, he was
waiting for that shout out. Yeah.
he was waiting for all our great advertisers. Thank you once again. If you want to advertise with Now You Know Sports, give me a call, 830-968-2010, or email me at herediafreddy77@gmail.com, as we can give you some great advertising packages as we get Coach, we still got softball, we still got baseball,
district track's coming up.
Yeah, district track is coming up. Like, there's a lot of stuff that we're still, and then of course, not to forget Little League. Don't forget Eagle Pass Little League is still registering. You can go to their Facebook page, Eagle Pass Little League. D35, I believe, is the Facebook page. Don't forget to also check out our new Facebook page. It's Now You Know Sports. It's there. We're getting that one up and running. Our YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now You Know Eagle Pass. What a game. Our hats off to both teams. Hats off to the Buffs. Nunez, Alvarez, and the hat trick for Xavier Blake, who again, you talked about him very early in the broadcast, where he was going to be he was going to be the factor. And for Eagle Pass, it was going to be Alan.
Yes.
And Alan was not able to kind of get off himself. Mm-hmm. It looked like he was putting too much pressure on himself to make things happen.
Yeah.
But thank you once again for joining us on Now You Know Sports, as we give you by district soccer playoffs. Maybe we'll check out what we see with Del Rio and see when they play next week. Because I know for all of us here, have a great weekend, spring break weekend. As far as everybody goes back from spring break back in Eagle Pass. Thank you guys for joining us as the Eagles walk off this field here at Samuel Clemens or at Lenoff Stadium. What don't
They've got nothing to be
yeah,
ashamed
they have
of.
nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, they as parents are waiting here as they're giving their congratulations for a great season.
And like I said, they're going to have these memories.
Yeah.
I know it hurts right now, but they created something, and this is historic for the most part. And of course, I was going to be here for Teeters and his first, coaching experience in a playoff game, and so I expect him to be back here again.
Well, Coach, it 20 years, and to think of it again, like I mentioned early in the broadcast, he was a sophomore back when the
Yes.
Eagles. He was a sophomore. He was a sophomore. I believe he was a defensive.
Well, he was a mid.
He was a mid.
I know the next year, the year right after that is when I first started coaching as an assistant for soccer, and so I had them as juniors. So
Yeah.
that little group there, actually, they were part of another group. They were part of the Twisters at that point. It was Teeters, Chris Cortez, Pete Venegas, Pilo Hernandez, Ricky de los Santos.
Yeah, Ricky de los Santos.
And I mean, that had we didn't make the playoffs that my first year, but I know they had that experience. They did exhibit some great talent. I mean, and Pete, I mean, come on, kick the ball off to Pete, and Pete's gonna go run it down.
Yeah.
He was one of the fastest guys that we had, and probably in all of district.
So again, thank you once again for joining us. For my camera operator, for Coach Christian Rodriguez, I'm Freddie Dea. Good night. You're watching Now You Know Sports. Now you know. Good night from us here in San Antonio, and have a great weekend. We'll see you next time on Now You Know Sports.